Welcome back, guys. What's going on? To another Dragon Blaze video. I had a subscriber of mine, I believe. I believe that person subscribed to me in one of my recent videos I made that they were asking me, how do you grind rubies? Well, I hate to say this, but you can't really grind rubies in this game, as in like get them the same day. But over a week's time, you can generate a lot of rubies. That you can do. You see, I have 23 million. I had like 31 million like a couple days ago, but I did 2-pack opening videos for you guys. I spent a little over 8 million rubies. So, how you do this is so I'm gonna give you a couple ways of how to obtain rubies. And one of the ways is obviously PvP. Now PvP isn't really the most important. Oh, also guys, the events, I'll talk about that in a minute. You get X2 rewards for your event, but PvP is good. Depending on where your rank is, I didn't participate in this for some reason. I'll just participate in it real quick and back out. I don't really care about PvP too much. PvP is actually like kind of the worst content in the game, in my opinion. But getting good rank, a decent rank in PvP, like I'm 302, 280, and then eventually will generate my rank here. That's a good way to get rubies, by getting a decent rank. Your league battle, it's another way to get rubies. Like this is another way that it will generate, and you'll get rubies through this at the end of every week. This is another great way to do that. And just being active in the game, you can kind of farm rubies this way, but you won't get them like immediately. That's a good way for PvP. I'll do a video about PvP as well. But that's one way to get rubies, is just by having a decent rank there. Another way to get rubies is through your missions, like your daily missions. I'll do this here in a minute because I have to show you other ways. But this is another way to get rubies. It's not much, but as you play every day, you'll get more this way. Your guide missions is another way to get rubies, as you see here. Once I level up, I do this many times, the Challenger Dungeon 18, you get rubies this way, and you just keep going. You can farm rubies this way. You can't obtain like a lot all in the same way, but if you haven't done these, then yeah, you can farm rubies this way by going through your guide missions and completing all of those. If you haven't already, your galaxy missions, you can kind of go through here and seeing if it'll let you get rubies depending on what stage you're on, what area you're on. You can claim stuff, you can get rubies. Like here, that's 25. If I equipped ultimate or higher, go weapon 110, you get rubies here. So you can kind of do your missions through all of these and kind of see where you can obtain rubies. You can do it that way. Like if you already done this, then you really can't grind rubies, but this is a way I guess you can grind rubies by going through those missions, going through all these and doing that. You can also get rubies in this game by going through the shop. Well, not here, but you can buy. Oh yeah, and this is also get used for PvP right here as well. You can spend this for PvP as you earn your rewards, your silver coins. You can buy stuff here, which is very useful. But you can spend gold, like in the special gold boxes here. You can sometimes get rubies there. You can also buy the regular gold box. You can buy a bunch of those. You can sometimes get rubies through that. You can also get rubies through your logins, through your events. Speaking of events, the events are here. Tower of Secrets, you can get rubies through here. If you haven't done this, then definitely do it. You can go through beginner stages and kind of look. You get 10,000 rubies there. As you go up the ladder, you'll get 10,000 more. And each ladder will offer you more rubies. You get 15,000 here, 15,000 there. So that's another way to try to grind some rubies. If you have a really strong team, you can go through here and get 20,000 rubies. You need a strong team to go through here. So that's another way to get rubies as well, while the event is around. You can get, like I said, rubies through your logins, through random drops. You can get rubies through here as well, through your guild, your exploration. You can get rubies, actually I'm surprised I haven't done this yet. You can get rubies through here by the random drops through the little cobblestones that I'm going through, or the bosses. They will sometimes give you rubies. I'm trying to show you how to grind, I guess, get some rubies by grinding. If you have, by farming, if you haven't done what I just showed you, you know, your galaxy missions, your guide missions and stuff like that, if you haven't done those, you can farm them, but these are ways you can get rubies. Bosses can drop them. If you land on the cobblestone, they'll drop them, and if you fight them, sometimes they'll drop them. If you beat the boss, they'll drop them sometimes as well. So it really just depends on how you can acquire your rubies. But as you're active through PvP and through all your events, at the end of every week on Monday, you'll get a lot of rubies. Like I think today I got like over 200,000 rubies, over 200,000, like 215,000 or so. And that's just my overall like rank reward over the whole thing of the game. And then I got more from PvP. I also got some more through Guild Assault. I got some rubies through here as well. So there's ways you can get rubies in this game. Some you can farm. If you haven't done, like I just told you, if you haven't done the missions here, here, especially here, because I said I'm gonna get these eventually, but that's a great way to get lots and lots of rubies. I've done all of these, and they may reset at some point too. They're your galaxy missions. Then after that, you can go, let's see, you can go to, well, oh yeah, I'll do that later. You can go here, which I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do this while I'm talking to you guys. But you can get rubies through here. So you're mining. Let's go ahead and do that. So you can mine rubies as well, which is another way. There's a ruby mining right there. And then there's a ruby mining right there. So you can also mine rubies while you're here. That's a great way to also generate rubies, and that'll take you some time, of course. You can't just automatically get those immediately. You can grind and get rubies that way. And that's probably all the ways currently you can get rubies, because obviously you can't buy rubies. Well, you can spend money, but I don't recommend you do that. But those are some of the ways you can get rubies. Sometimes, depending on what's going on in the game, they'll give you rubies. Like when Kat had her update, you got 30,000 rubies. Plus, you got like some present boxes to where you can choose to get 50k rubies or something else. They'll sometimes do that and just give you random rubies through special events to celebrate the new content of what's going on. But PvP does give you a lot of rubies as well. That's the only reason why I do PvP, is because of that. Being super active in this game will get you rubies, like I said in the past. So just being very active and getting just more involved with the game, that will get the rubies that you're looking for. Because other than that, there's just no other ways of getting them. You can get them through random content and some in the game I just showed you. Most content you can't get it from, just the ones I showed you, and through logins, through special logins, through the new events that we have going on now. You can get them through there. Revenge is here, which is jewels. The jewel event, basically, which is very important. I highly recommend you do that because you do need jewels. That event here, that can give you rubies as well. It does display that. So that's another way. But to constantly get more rubies, I suggest you mine rubies if you need them. I would mine for them because that's the best way to get a lot of rubies. And both sides of the mining does have rubies that you can mine, and you'll get more from the other side versus this side. So that's another way that you can get rubies. And it's important that you do keep your rubies as well. Try to maintain and store your rubies over time, because you just never know what you're going to have in the future. You know, I did spend quite a bit of rubies myself, and I definitely need to get more of my own. You know, I only did that for you guys. But definitely do those things, and you'll be able to get more rubies. And like I said before, the game can help you get rubies too. It's just depending on what's going on. You can get all the information I gave you is the best ways to get rubies at this current moment. There isn't really any other way currently that's better than that, because that's how I get all of my rubies. You get all your rubies that way. You can also get rubies by in here too, by fighting mobs. Open up the chest. You can also get rubies through here. So this is important to do this as much as possible. Sometimes you get between 500 and 1,000 to 2,000 rubies, sometimes more. It is random though. It's very random that you do get it through this mode, but you can get them through this mode. I have before. So you just have to really just get lucky, to be honest, to get more rubies. That's really kind of the luck of the draw here, is if you can get lucky, all your events will give you more rubies as well. And that's just kind of where it lies right now for this video, because there just isn't many ways to farm rubies at this moment besides the ways I showed you. And you can get lucky sometimes. I mean, anything's possible. I've gotten my rubies by getting lucky, playing active, celebrating all the events, doing all of my missions, diet missions, galaxy missions, and such. So I got most of all my rubies just alone, just doing that. Because the more active you are, the more rubies you get. That's why I said Monday is the most important day to get on Dragon Blaze, depending on how active you are. If you're not as active, you're not going to get a lump sum of rubies at the end of each month. The game monitors what you're doing, all your rank, your events, everything that you're doing, all the stuff that you're dipping your toes in is paying attention to all of that. The most rubies I've gotten, like in one full weekend, like once Monday hit, when it reset, I got over 500,000 rubies, like no BS. I was beyond active in this game at that point, getting over 500,000 rubies, and it is very possible. The lowest I got was like 90,000. The second highest is like a little over 400k. So you can get a lot of rubies in this game. You just have to be active. Be very active. Being active is your best friend. If you're not active, you're not really gonna get a lot of rubies in this game. But that is today's video. I did this for one of my subscribers because they asked for that, but this is for all you guys. If you're wondering how you get rubies, that's kind of some. Oh, you can also get them through here, through the passes, through the Starlight Pass. You can get rubies through here as well if you participate in everything. Like here, see, I've already claimed it. You get some more rubies here, and just kind of keep going up and being active. This is all about being active. So you can get rubies through a lot of places I just showed you. A lot. You also get rubies here. You got to be active. If you do all those things, you will get rubies, but you got to be active and pay attention and do all your events, especially this one. You get rubies here. This is very important. This gets you rubies, souls, and jewels of each type that you need for all your characters. So do those things and you'll get rubies, period. Keep doing those every day. New events, old events, dailies, regular dailies, guys, galaxies, regular. Do them all. Do all of them constantly and you'll get rubies. That's today's video. I really hope to help you out. I cannot wait for the next one, which will be in a couple days. You guys enjoy. I'll see you for the next one. Thanks.